everyone. Welcome to
Exes and
O's.
Made him say it that time.
Again, yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What?
For the woman to say it, but...
Say what? Say O's?
The O's. The
You want a
O's.
woman to say O.
Yeah.
And this is why we got divorced.
One of the reasons.
Let it go. Oh, God. Hi, guys. That was hilarious. If you like this show so far, we would really appreciate it.
For you to like and subscribe.
Yeah, be great.
Yeah. Not making you do it, but if you want to do it, please do it. Yeah.
Just do it. That's what Paul's trying to say. Say O when you do it, too.
Yeah, please. Drop an O in the comments.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Okay, so it's November, obviously. And I really was excited and I don't know. I'm emotional about this video and about the next video we have coming up on Remembrance Day. So this is all new to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have no idea what we're doing here?
No clue.
You saw me wearing this.
Yes.
And he's like, what's going on? And
she would not tell me anything, so.
Yeah. But that's what we're here today to teach Paul is about the poppy.
Yeah.
And the video we're actually watching is what?
The poppy, the history of Remembrance Day poppies.
Okay. So obviously, poppy's a flower. It's where they get opium and heroin from, actually.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, random
Didn't
thought
know
of
this either.
Yeah, it's a thing that happened. Wizard of Oz, remember? Poppies. Sleeping. Anyway, but to me, this is, if you watch the Natasha and Debbie show, you know that I deeply have a love for military. My father, my grandfather, it goes very far back. Civil War, past that even. I've all served. And the allied militaries, too, of the U.S.
Love you guys. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you for your service. And Paul really does appreciate our military as much as I do.
Yes.
So I wanted to teach him about the poppies, especially since Remembrance Day is just coming up in a couple days, and we will have a very special episode. Yes, it's the one you might be thinking of, coming up for Remembrance Day on Tuesday. But, so I thought this would be kind of cool and sweet. Like, this means a lot to me to do this. I want to put a poppy on Paul. And I actually have two. And their colors, this is the normal poppy, and this one means something different. And if the video doesn't tell you what the purple one means, I'll tell you later. Okay? So I wanted to put this on you.
Not gonna lie, a little nervous.
Because I'm gonna not stab him. I will not stab you. But this means something to me.
Okay.
And this came from England, by the way. All right, you know what? We're gonna readjust the situation here. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna stab you too. It's not easy to do, and I'm sorry about the microphone. You're on. Oh no. I think I got flesh that time.
No, you didn't. No, I'm good. Not bleeding.
And I didn't do this right. I'm just kidding. Did I just punch you? Okay.
A little bit.
There you go. That's pretty on the black shirt.
Yeah.
I know
Like
you hate
it.
the word pretty. Sorry. Don't call him pretty.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
It's a horrible word.
So Paul's favorite color is purple. But I wear the purple one. And you'll see, when you find out what it means, you're going to love it even more. You know what? I'll put this one up here, just because it's easier to pin you. Ta-da! I didn't stick it.
No blood was drawn in the making of this video.
All of the poppies that I wear and have all come from the UK, and I want to thank everyone that sent them. I have a lot of them. This one keeps falling over, so I apologize. This one won't stay. They won't stay in the right spot. This one's more appropriate.
Okay.
So I wanted you to wear that one. Actually, that will keep the purple one right there. So your poppy, the red one, represents a fallen soldier.
Okay.
And that's why it's important to me. That's why I wanted to put it on you.
Oh, you said the purple one, if they don't say it.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
They might say it, but I wanted to put that on you, and it's in honor of those that we've lost.
Okay.
And so,
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And it used to be something that we did here in this country a lot, and you'll see a lot more of that, where it came from, why, etc. here in this episode.
Okay.
And then I have a little extra information to tell you.
I had no idea that we even did anything like that. So
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So Remembrance Day is November 11th, which is the day before my birthday, so you can't forget that, which is our Veterans Day.
Okay.
We used to call it Remembrance Day as well, but we changed it. I don't know when we did that. So same thing. basically. In this episode, like I said, we're going to learn the poppy, the history of Remembrance Day poppies. So now we get to learn what these are.
Awesome.
In 2014, 800,000 ceramic poppies designed by Paul Cummings and Tom Piper went on display at the Tower of
That's
London.
freaking cool looking.
2 parts of this installation later went on tour around the UK to 19 different locations before ending up at IWM London in 2018.
So does that look familiar? Do those look familiar at all to you?
No,
Really?
I mean, no, actually.
You haven't seen one in this house by any chance?
Yeah.
Huh? So
yeah.
if you don't know, because of the most incredible subscribers from the Natasha and Debbie show, I have one of these in my living room.
Yeah. Okay.
From this exact thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is where it came from.
Really?
Yeah. And there's a whole other video about this exact thing. Each one was handmade by an artist. They were artists made them. They're all handmade ceramic poppies. And it came from
those are.
Yes. And I have one of those from here. It could have been this one or this one or any of these on the screen.
Huh. Well,
that's what that
amazing.
is.
That was cool. I thought they were real.
Yeah. They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they
But
are.
as you know, they're ceramic and then like that. Yeah. It's even got the rust in the bottom for it was set in the ground. How cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Display at the Tower of London. 2 parts of this installation later went on tour around the UK to 19 different locations before ending up at IWM London in 2018. Nearly 10 million people saw this display in total. This year, the poppy sculptures are being installed at IWM North.
This is a few
These
years old.
evocative displays demonstrate the resounding pop.
So they still do that every year?
No.
Oh, really?
They went on, like I said, a lot of people, they sold a lot of them, if not all of them, right?
Okay.
And a lot of people bought them, of course.
Irregardless, it's still pretty amazing.
I think they're absolutely stunning.
Popularity of the poppy over 100 years since the end of the First World War. So what is it about the poppy that captured the public imagination so profoundly? Why do some people see the poppy as a controversial symbol? And how was the poppy chosen in the first place?
So the red poppy has arguably become the most enduring symbol of remembrance. And really that is linked to, I suppose, what we could call a botanical phenomenon, because poppies provided this kind of shocking burst of plant life in very otherwise bleak landscapes on the Western Front. And that really was helped along, actually, by the fact that modern weaponry, particularly artillery, basically pulverized the soil, and high explosive shells actually had quite a surprisingly generative effect. They basically created the perfect conditions in which the red poppy could grow. And they were everywhere. There was a huge profusion of them on the Western Front. So they would have been something that soldiers saw very commonly.
Am I right in thinking that area would have had a lot of poppies?
It was very poor agricultural land all the way along. And I can remember the fields more or less red with poppies than anything else. Very poverty. Very poor.
So do you think the poppy is a good symbol?
Oh, I do, yes. It is a very good symbol, yes.
Because they grew so commonly, many soldiers not only enjoyed looking at them, but lots of soldiers actually plucked them out of the soil and took the fragile petals to press into letters home. And I think for soldiers, although we think of the poppy as being quite a depressing thing in some ways, because we associate it with the lives lost, at the time, many soldiers felt that they were a really beautiful sight. IWM actually has quite a number of examples of these poppies in our collection, and they're an incredible thing to look at 100 years later.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The Flanders poppy, all over this place, those poppies had sprung up, and they were so talked about, regarded as symbolic in a way, that I thought I'd pick a few and send them home. So I did that. I sent them to Jessica, but when she died, there was found among her belongings the envelope in which I had sent home those poppies.
That's very cool.
With the remainder of the poppies still there.
Very sweet.
I can feel you're feeling it.
No, it's very sweet.
Yeah. Can you imagine though, like the soldiers and just seeing like all the hell they saw, right?
Yeah.
And then a beautiful crimson red plant
Yeah.
flower. It's like, and then thinking about just taking the time to go pick it and put it in a postcard and send it to their lady.
Yeah.
It's
Something
beautiful.
real amongst all the
Yes.
tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Among the millions of people who saw the poppies on the Western Front was a Canadian doctor called Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. He was a medic in a dressing station very
I'm
close
gonna
to
say
the
I've
front
heard
line
that
near
name
Ypres.
before.
Probably have.
John McCrae wasn't an established writer, but he had poems published back in
This is
Canada.
a big deal.
And as a military doctor, he used what rest time he had to write poems in response to what he was experiencing during the war.
In May 1915, during a break from tending to wounded and dying soldiers, he wrote a new poem, and it's a poem commonly known as In Flanders Fields.
Have you heard of that? In Flanders Fields?
Mm-mm.
I think you have. I bet you
mean,
have.
Unless it was something
You probably just don't realize it.
from school or something. Then,
And I remember learning about it in school.
Hmm.
So when you said you've heard his name,
Yeah,
I'm like, I guarantee it's because he wrote this poem.
Huh?
Now, I don't
Yeah.
expect you to remember necessarily, but I remember learning about it in school. So,
Yeah.
but I had forgotten the poem, and hopefully she'll say it here.
And it has its setting as a cemetery, and it's written as if it were being spoken by dead soldiers. And this poem did become popular during the war. It was published in a hugely popular magazine. It helped to, I suppose, connect the symbolism of death during the war.
I'm just going to stop here because I can see it right here. So let's go ahead and read it to you. In
Okay.
Flanders Fields, the poppies below, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, I can't see that.
To you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders Fields. That's touching.
I know, I'm about to cry over here. I love that you picked it up when I couldn't see it anymore.
Yeah. That's touching.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. Mm.
It helped to, I suppose, connect the symbolism of death during the war with the poppy. And McCrae himself did not actually survive the war, but it was really after the war that the poppy became the iconic symbol of remembrance that it is today.
Okay.
In 1920, there were numerous acts of remembrance across Britain, such as 2-minute silence, the burial of the unknown warrior, and the unveiling of the cenotaph in London. But at this point, we can see that the poppy was not yet the flower of remembrance that we think of it as today.
If you look at photos from, say, that unveiling of the cenotaph, the wreaths that are laid around its base
poppies.
were actually not of poppies. You can see, even though the photos are black and white, you can see quite clearly that there are other flowers, and the poppy isn't as established and had not taken hold as it's known today.
The poppy's status as a recognisable symbol of remembrance and its use as a fundraising tool began after the war, and this was primarily driven by the work of 2 different women.
So I think it's going to surprise you, these 2 women and who they were and where they're from that came up with this idea with the poppies and to fundraise for the war and to help make them so popular.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to go right now.
Okay.
One of those women was an American academic called Mona
American.
Michael. She had been inspired by John McCrae's poem
It
just
doesn't
before the
surprise me.
armistice. She described in her memoirs reading the poem and having a very intense kind of spiritual experience. And she was moved
how could
to
you
buy
not?
artificial flowers to distribute them for wearing as on people's lapels as a symbol of remembrance. There was also another woman called Anna Guerin. She had very well established in the sense of setting up a network of French war widows who made artificial flowers made from silk to raise funds for various causes.
Anna Goering was christened the Poppy Lady from France, and by 1920 her work had resulted in the American Legion and the Major Veterans Association in the USA adopting the poppy as a symbol of remembrance.
So there you go. An American lady and a French lady got the poppy out there.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what I would have expected. When I first watched this video with Debbie, I was like, wait, what? And she just said, the American Legion adopted it, and we did used to wear them. What happened along the lines that we stopped? I know our Canadian friends still do. I don't think they do as much as they had in the past either, though. But you do see things now. I don't know if you've paid attention to it, though. Like at certain stores, you'll see mugs that have poppies on them at this time of the year.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
I
you're,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you think about it now, you'll think about it. Does it surprise you as an American and a French woman?
Yeah, it does and it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought it
mean,
would be someone British.
The loss of life was felt all around the world. So
Yeah, you're not wrong.
After this success, Goering then turned her attention to Britain.
In the immediate aftermath of the First World War, there were many veterans associations set up, and some of these associations were brought together under the umbrella of a new organisation called the British Legion, which had just been formed by the time in August 1921 when Anna Goering came to Britain to meet with the British Legion and to basically persuade them to adopt selling artificial poppies. She was backed, and the British Legion's figurehead was Earl Haig. And so the first ever Poppy Day was arranged and established in Britain, held on 11th of November 1921.
Wow.
After the first appeal, it was clear that there was a huge appetite for the Remembrance poppy in Britain. Volunteers were rallied across the country, and the appeal was so popular that sellers couldn't keep up with the demand.
A huge sum was raised for veteran welfare, somewhere in the sum today of around £3 million. So the idea perpetuated itself in future years, and in order to make sure that there was an adequate supply of poppies, the British Legion decided to set up its own poppy factory, employing wounded servicemen to make artificial poppies.
Wounded servicemen to make them.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is amazing.
It is.
I have to give you a round of applause, UK.
All of you guys.
You were going to say something.
Yeah, no, for the life of me, I don't know why we would change the name of it.
Oh, from Remembrance Day to Veterans Day?
Yeah.
Because we have like 3 different major holidays for our servicemen. You know, I can't remember them all. We have Veterans Day
Memorial
to honor
Day.
those that are currently serving, which is kind of the opposite of Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
We have Armed Forces Day,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Memorial Day is closer to what Remembrance Day is.
Yeah.
That's honoring those that we've lost, right? So, yeah, I don't know what the actual... I have never looked at that.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we change the name of it?
My birthday falls on Memorial Day every
Oh,
7
yeah, it does.
years.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then mine's the day after
Yeah.
Veterans Day or Remembrance Day. So that's interesting that we have that kind of thing in common.
Yeah, I love it.
But don't you love that they hired the veterans that were injured to make the poppies?
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. And then, of course, the money went to helping the war efforts and things like that.
And a few years later, to make sure that there was an adequate supply of poppies to Scotland, another poppy factory was established in Edinburgh, but with a slightly different design. They had 4 petals and no green leaf, and there was an argument that this was much more botanically correct.
The symbol of the poppy is more popular and well established than it's ever been. But for some people, the poppy is seen as a contentious symbol.
It has now come to symbolise the sacrifice and the efforts of the armed forces in more recent conflicts. But because these more recent conflicts have become more complex and perhaps less morally ambiguous to some people, and therefore not as well supported as broadly the world wars were, the poppy has become a more contentious symbol. This primarily manifests itself in alternative poppies. For example, the white poppy is the most familiar, a symbol of peace, anti-war, set up by the Peace Pledge Union in the 1930s to challenge militarism. It's also seen in controversies over the red poppy being appropriated by, for example, far-right organisations, and the objection that some people have to wearing it because they see it as being connected to the actions of Britain's army, for example, in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, which they found very difficult. But in conclusion, the poppy is still worn by millions of people every Remembrance Day and into the November season, when we see poppies all around us on people's lapels, in wreaths, at war memorials. And over 100 years later, it has also inspired artwork like that which we saw at the Tower of London in 2014. Its literal and symbolic seeds were rooted in the First World War's turbulent landscape. And it's really interesting to remember the poppy then as a symbol of hope, of a morale boost, as a burst of colour in very bleak landscapes during the First World War.
Today, the poppy brooch is still worn by millions of people across the UK and the Commonwealth every year, over 100 years after the end of the First World War, to commemorate those who have lost their lives in armed service. It continues to be a vital fundraising tool for the British Legion charity and an important remembrance symbol in artworks, tributes, and commemorative events.
That was very good. That was touching. You almost got some emotions out of me there.
Oh, trust me, Tuesday.
No, you did a little bit, actually. I had to literally
I could see
suck
it.
them back in my eyes.
I know you. You're a sucker for
Yeah,
stuff like this, and
I am.
you should be. So she didn't tell you what your purple poppy means.
No, so.
That is the animals that died in the animal veterans that lost their lives. And I knew
Just
you'd
as
love that.
important
And you're
lives
honoring the animals as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's pretty great, isn't it?
It is.
It's a beautiful thing. And again, sad that our country went away from that. But, we do have other things that we do. And I know a lot of people in other countries think it's weird that we say thank you for your service, because that is not a common thing you hear outside of the U.S. At all.
Yeah.
But I don't care, and I'm always going to say it. So if anyone's watching this that has served or is currently serving here in the U.S., in the UK, wherever, your allied military, you know what? Thank you for your service.
Seriously. And thank you again.
Yeah, we'll always sing that. And thank you for letting me do this. I know that was probably scary for you, coming at you with something
Thank you
to
for
poke you with.
not drawing blood.
But I did really want to put that on you. I thought it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. No, I like it. I love it.
I'm really
Awesome.
excited that you get to learn about this.
Yeah.
And now you know the meaning of the poppy and where it came from. And if you learned something today that you didn't know, please let us know in the comments. We'd appreciate it.
Yes, please.
And we will be back for a special episode on Remembrance Day. So tune into that, where I get Paul to cry.
She's going to try. And I just might. Who knows?
I don't see how you won't,
Mm.
but it is what it is. Hey guys, please hit that like button if you do enjoy the content here
And
on Exes and
subscribe.
O's.
And subscribe.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's always free.
so hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. But thank you for watching this episode of X's and O's. And we'll be back on Tuesday.
And thank you for sharing this with me.
My honor.
I will most likely go to work and share my experience here with everybody I know there.
Are you gonna wear the poppy?
Yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't I?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't know how I've never known about this. So yeah, of course I am.
That's awesome.
I mean,
It just takes like one person to domino effect of other people. And get every guy there.
I mean,
so maybe wear one.
most
someday. Who knows?
people either have somebody in their family who is a fallen soldier, or they know somebody who's lost somebody. So
You're not wrong.
yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
mean,
I'm really glad that I knew
Yeah.
you'd feel this way.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, we'll see you back on Tuesday, hopefully.
Yes, we will.
Until then, bye.
Bye.